Hello guys. Good evening. Here is your teacher, the data analyst, Mr. Titus. We are streaming live at Dida Skill Academy. As I had said in the previous video, that Dida Skill Academy, it is a digital online school that is providing individual students and also companies with quality knowledge and tutorials and videos and lessons, call them classes, to help them analyze data, any type of data, precisely without contradictions. Without further ado, let's begin with our first topic, where I had promised you to stream the live topic for today at around 8, but it has started a little bit earlier for today. So our first topic was to cover the following: simply the basic concept of data. And here we will be looking the following: what is data? And two, what are different types of data? What are these different types of data? And three, we shall just check what are the major uses of data. And I'll just touch a little bit on the industries that mostly uses data every day in their daily to day activities. Therefore, without wasting any time, just subscribe for more videos like these ones. Just subscribe. Hit the subscription button. You click the bell, then you'll be unlocked and you will receive more videos like these ones. A disclaimer: Dida Skill Academy provides this information for education purposes, and this information will help you to have the required skills as a beginner, and also it will also help experts to remind them some tips and some basics of data analytics. Topic 1. What is data? Data is simply facts or information that you can interpret and also you can analyze. And therefore, it is at this juncture whereby I would like to give out different types of data. And I'll begin by the first one. We only have 4 major types, but we begin with the first one, which is nominal data. And 2, we have ordinal data. And 3, we have discrete data. And finally, we have continuous data. Now, if you are asked what is nominal data? Nominal data is simply a particular type of data that lacks inherent range or rank or order. It's a type of data that lacks inherent or unclear, it's not that much clear, order or rank. Therefore, as a student or as an individual, as a company, when you are working with nominal data, what are you checking? You can use this data to classify items. You can only use this data, very simple, to classify items. For example, gender. We have male, we have female. Therefore, You are classifying items based on their attributes. You know a female, the attributes they have. You know a male, the attribute he or she have. He have. So this category, it will be simply defined by the attributes of the items. Then the second type, as I have said earlier, we have the ordinal data. So ordinal data, this is simply an information or category of data with a clear rank or order, and therefore this type of data, the ordinal data, it can be used to express a particular class. For example, when you are working with education level. But now there is an interesting thing on the ordinal data, like the difference between the values is not quantifiable. Therefore, it falls under qualitative statistics. It does not follow under quantitative statistics. So, I will explain later what's quantitative and qualitative statistics in the fourth topic of this tutorial. The fourth topic of this tutorial, I will have to cover the qualitative and the quantitative statistics because of that unique characteristic of the ordinal data. Now, we also have the third one, which is discrete data. Just tell your neighbor, discrete data. Discrete data. Discrete data is simply a particular information or category or data with a distinct and separate value. And a unique characteristic of this data, you oftenly represent it in a whole number. For example, the number of students. We don't have 1 student and a half. No, that one is not correct. We have either 0 student or 1 student or 2 students, 3 students, 4 whole number. So that's the unique characteristic of discrete data. And finally, we have continuous data. Continuous data, this information or category, it simply falls under a particular range or scale. For example, it can be measured using a continuous scale. For example, we have the temperature, we have the student height, for example, the student height. Yeah. So that is that you can measure the height of students, and also you can measure the temperature using a particular scale. For example, a scale of 10, 20, 30, 40. So that's simply how the continuous data is. So its value, it falls under a particular range or scale. Yeah. So you can simply use it that way. And therefore, there is a question that has been asked here online. For example, when you have a nominal data. So when you are working with nominal data and you want to analyze it, mostly you will use or you will create the frequency tables. You can also use the visualizations, data visualizations. Data visualization like pie charts, also to display the data distribution. Then when you are using now the ordinal data, so when you want to analyze the ordinal data, so this ordinal data you can only use a measure of central tendency like a median. And also you can use visualizations, but mostly use a measure of central tendency like a median. In statistics, median is simply defined there in statistics. So those who are curious to know what's a median, so you can just do a brief research and check what's a median. It's a measure of central tendency, blah blah blah. So then we have now the discrete data. So when you are working with discrete data and you want to analyze the discrete data, so at this point, this data we say discrete data mostly is expressed as a whole number. So the number of employees, you have 30 employees. So this data can be analyzed by calculating statistical summary. You can use median, you can use standard deviation, you can use mean. So that's simply, you can also use visualizations like histogram, pie chart. You can use also graphs, yeah, to express or display the data distribution. Then for the continuous data, as we said that it is measured at a continuous or a particular continuous scale, like that of 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. So you can analyze it using the graphs, that's the visualizations like graph, pie charts, histograms, etc. And also you can use the statistical summary. So like median, mean, standard deviation, all of those can be used to analyze continuous data. Why are we emphasizing on basic concept of data? Because the above knowledge will help you to have that skill of choosing which type of data you have and which is the appropriate technique to be used for the data analysis. Thank you for watching, guys, but I had promised to introduce you to the second lesson. Our second lesson will be covering the following. Majorly, the methods of collecting data. And two, information infrastructures or information technology infrastructures used for data entry and data analysis. And finally, we will finalize the second lesson by simply checking the basic concept of analyzing data. And this one will drove us back to the first lesson, whereby we will collect all the four types of data. So we will have the nominal data, we will have the ordinal data, we will also have discrete data, and finally we will have continuous data. And this will be a physical data to be analyzed here online. I will try to have a whiteboard so that we can work together and enjoy the lesson together. So here it's a final touches on the first lesson, and therefore, guys, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to follow this channel. We are the DidaSkill Academy, a digital school of excellence. Thank you.